thank you, lovely woman. But I need to be leaving, so I will part ways with you now. Till next time.
And then you just see this halfling book it, like going down.
Going down Main Street, booking it.
Let's see if he can find his way, because you're still lost.
Do you want me to tell you my survival check? Or wait, what check we?
Sure, make it survival. I'm pretty sure that's pretty high.
Perception or investigation.
I think you can use any
Wait,
of them.
what? Wait, I was gonna say, what check can I use for it?
I think you can use any of them.
I'd say perception. So
Use religion.
God, tell me where the fuck I am. Please, I don't know.
So what's your perception mod?
It's 0.
You sort of dash off, and you're just sort of like, you're sort of memorized by this sort of dark-skinned elf talking to you. You kind of got the hots for, you're not sure, you're sort of thinking about that, and now you're at a brick wall.
You're like complete opposite ends of the height spectrum, though. Oh, Jesus.
I'll make it work.
You're now at a brick wall, and you don't know where you are still. You're sort of looking around, and you're sort of in a dead end.
Okay.
You walk out of the dead end, and this area looks completely fucking different from where you once were. The only thing that you notice is, like, even further from you now is that old house that gave you the willies.
Yeah.
And that's even further from when you met the band. And so...
Okay. So I ran the other direction, yeah?
Yeah. So are you going to try and... I'll get back to, like, the pub in a minute, Declan, don't worry.
I'm having fun.
I'll probably, see if, wait, can I, is there anyone near me?
Oh, there are, like, commoners and stuff around you, just, like, farmers, like, sort of going up out the wheel. Any merchants? Yeah, there'll be, like... it doesn't look like the same area you passed through before with the merchants, but it looks like it's another similar area. Except for instead of having like rows upon rows of merchants, it's just like one row that stretches down.
Okay. Can I ask one of the merchants for information on how to get back to the pub that Auntie is staying at?
Do you know the name of the pub?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do I know? Because
Do you? That's a good question, actually.
I don't think I do.
I don't think you do either. No, I would. Yeah, probably. I've stayed there over fucking night. I'm bound to heard the name once or twice.
Because I think I did you even see me?
No, you didn't even come in the pub with us. You fucked off. You didn't even come in.
You think about, and you're not even sure where Auntia is. You realize that you left them quite a while ago, and you have no idea where they're at.
I'm worried because I need you.
So you walk up to this merchant, and you're like, you like put up your finger to ask something, and your mind is just blank. You're like, Auntia, and the merchant's like, you don't even realize it, but the merchant is like this, like black skinned, like narrow features of an elf with this silver hair, and he's just looking at you like, yeah. What is it? And he's got this parasol right next to him, like keeping this shade over him.
Do you think like, does my character know what the shop's name for that dwarven woman we saw last session?
Oh yeah, the scripture shop.
You do remember her name being Dorothy?
Okay.
So you could say.
I'll ask the merchant. Is there any
So I'll say he's like, oh, you're looking for that old library place, are you? Sure. Just go down this main way and then take left up ahead, and you'll be on the main road. And just as soon as you're on the main road, you'll be able to spot that old scripture library spot straight out. So are you gonna fucking buy something, mate, or are you gonna chuff off?
I've taken enough of your time. Thank you very kindly. man.
As you're walking off, you notice that he just pulls up 2 fingers at you, and then just goes back to his business. He's like, yeah, and you hear him just like whispering, like angry, like "fucking tourists." So you're following his directions. Yeah, you make it fairly quickly to Dorothy's place, and she sees you and she's like, "Oh, hello there, darling. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Weren't you with Rosca and that mute girl?"
Yes. I seem to have lost track of them. Do you know what direction they were going? I recall we were staying at a pub.
Don't worry. Just keep going that way into the just straight forward here. When you get to the blacksmith that's boarded off, they'll be staying in the place next to that with the iron door.
Oh, thank you. Oh, one last thing. Do you know how to get to the ruins of this city? And is there a map for it?
Oh.
She looks at you.
Oh no.
And she just says, "Ruins under the city? I've never heard of any such thing. I've been here a fair while, bear in mind, and no, I don't remember any such things of ruins in this place. Little secret for you, there's not much things for gods here. This is a very god-forsaken place. Your best luck for any ruins would be the abandoned shrines, and even then, they're to gods that wouldn't make such things."
Where would I find these abandoned shrines?
She grabs out like a map of the area and says, and she's like, "Here are where all the shrines are," and she like marks it down on the map, and there are some fuck, how do I word this?
Abandoned.
And the no, she wouldn't probably say that. She would probably just say, "Here are where all the abandoned shrines are. This one's to such and such god, such and such god." And she's like, just telling you a little bit about the gods. And I'll give you a quick religion check.
Mine's my modifier is
I haven't put down anything for gods, so
I was gonna say because my religion is
it's 0, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that roll, you can tell that all these gods are sort of like very much like may the spirit be with you, sort of like these very good gods that wouldn't have purposes for like anything you described with like ruins underneath things, like any shady business. Like it doesn't sound like anything you'll be looking for necessarily.
Okay.
So I think I realized that nothing that would help me there in those shrines. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the shrines would hold the answer. She looks at you and says, "No worries, darling." And she takes a gold piece and tucks it into her bosom and just says, "I'll see you another time. I'll see you another time."
Okay, I'll go to Alfred and check what he knows.
Well, I'll just make it a bit shorter. Alfred just basically says, "Ruins? What?" Basically. And like you gather pretty much the same thing. He says that any of the old shrines might have it, but you already know that the gods wouldn't have any use for that, so
Okay. I decided to head off to the pub to meet up with Auntie and Rushka.
So, Austin, what would your character be doing in this time?
She'd be pretty pissed about losing the money, so probably looking for a tavern or something to drink.
A tavern to drink.
I see.
You somehow made it so I can word it around. So
You should thank him.
Thank you. No. So you're looking for a tavern, and you're like, I'm guessing you might be like, even though it's a bit like you're socially awkward, you might just approach someone and just be like, excuse me, can you point me to a tavern? He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, mate. There's a couple of taverns. You got the Mysterious Dwarf, which you remember being the one that you basically nearly burnt down.
Best not to go there.
You got the Undying Unicorn, which is further to
Reference
the
to Lord of the Rings. That's what that is.
Hey.
Further up towards the gate, and then you got what they call it? I think they call it the Iron Banner, and that's where all those militiamen hang out. It's no, they'll get if you have good coin, they'll serve you no problem. They won't ask no questions.
I'll thank the man and head off to the Undying Unicorn.
The Undying Unicorn. So
Yeah.
you go to the Undying Unicorn, and you can see that it's been sectioned off, and like there's these guards out front, half-orc guards with spears and shields in their hands, and they're just like outside it, and just they're wheelbarrowing some crates.
Yeah.
And like you can see them like a few of them are like, one of them doesn't have a helmet on. He's sort of got free hair in the shape of a mohawk, a scar over his eye. He looks like he's blind in that eye, and he's crouched down. He's in like leather uniform, and he's crouched down and he's inspecting the bodies, and he's like, gee, and you can tell because you speak Orcish.
Hey!
Because he's speaking Orcish, and he's like, whoever did this is going to fucking pay for this. We will hunt them down and make sure they pay. They cannot. They're basically just saying they cannot get away with this. They're not going to interfere with what we have planned.
Rip Declan? Rip Declan and me?
And Roscoe, who's just like feet on table at the moment, being like,
I know, and we don't know what's going on. Only Porik does. Ooh.
I'll go up to the man and try to feminine wiles him.
So we'll roll charm, which will just be charisma. Not 11. You attempt to be like, hey there, handsome. How you doing?
Was that the
And
place
he's sort
where
of
we
just
killed the guys?
What
he's
happened?
he is infatuated with you. He's like,
Oh my god.
oh,
Oh my God.
like he's sort of stuttering over his words, and he's like, hello, madam. Yeah, don't go in there. This is boarded off. We're inspecting some nasty business that's seemed to gone down early in the morning today, and he's like visibly sweating and stuff, and he's just like, thanks for your company, and he's like trying to shoo you off because like I've got work to do. I'm sorry, madam.
I'll ask him if he can give me some gold or take me to a nicer place with a wink.
Nice.
Nice.
He's just like, no, I'm sorry, I got work to do. I can't give you anything. I'm sorry.
You sure, big boy?
Oh shit.
Jesus. If you push him, he might
He's
just
like-
fucking attack you.
It's just like he hands over like 3 gold pieces to him. He's like,
Nice.
there's a good place called the Mysterious Dwarf. Yeah, go to there. That's way better than this place. Trust me. Yes, Evie? Yeah. So he basically just says, go to the Mysterious Dwarf. It's much better than this place.
I grab his hand and kiss it, and then walk off to the mysterious dwarf.
He sort of like wounds his hand, like goes, he's like, and then he just like, one of the guards just like chuckles, and he's like, what are you going on about? He's like, shut up, we got work to do. And then he goes back to like inspecting the bodies. It looks like one of them's got a shovel and sort of like digging out a grave. So where are you off to now?
He said,
Mysterious dwarf.
yes.
The mysterious. You're going to the pub where you nearly burnt down.
Okay, let's
Yep.
What was the other pub called?
The Iron
So, like,
Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would say you're probably going along, and you go along the main street, and as you're going along, yeah, I'd say you notice that halfling from before that sort of ran off on you,
Shit.
and he's just outside this place next to this sectioned off building, and for the door of this place, it's not like a regular wooden door. It's this massive iron door with a slider on top of it.
Mm.
As you're walking past, and it seems like he's having trouble for someone noticing him, as the slider is human height and he's a halfling.
I'll walk up to him.
So Sparrow, as you've been waiting here for like about 10 minutes, knocking on the door, and the slider person's just like, "Goddamn pranksters! I told you to fuck off!" And he's looking all around, and you notice it, and it's like his eyes never are able to reach your height. And you've just been sitting outside and like kicking down rocks, and you're just like, "What the fuck do I do?" And then you notice that elephant woman before is approaching you, and then your heart starts racing again. And you just, what do you? And I'm guessing dialogue's going to open up here.
Yeah. Hey, do I get a +2 for thickness?
Honestly, I'd allow, but I'd allow.
Against him, yeah, sure.
Against him, sure. If I rolled 3 6s, I would have said be at whatever the fuck you want, but I didn't. So you're above average. You're not the best, but you're nowhere near the worst.
Okay. So yeah, Austin's approaching me.
Yeah. Porrick's approaching you, but you don't know her.
He's like, oh shit, she found me. What do I do? Wait, no, I just gotta chill. She doesn't know what happened. Just chill. Just chill.
You can see that he's like rubbing his hands against his like trousers, and then he's just like quickly like strikes a cool pose, like putting his elbow on top of like the fencing and like trying to make himself look all cool and everything, but he's so small, so it just comes off as like a little kid just being like, "Yeah, my dad works at Nintendo."
I'll have you know that my dad works at Microsoft and my uncle works at Nintendo. Okay.
I put my hand on his head. Hey there, little guy.
Oh, hey there, stranger. Actually, I never got your name. Well, it's rude for a lady to withhold information.
What?
Go with it. Just go like.
Isn't it more rude for you to not tell me your name?
Oh, I guess you're right, my dear.
For persuasion, I'm just saying you got 20.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, who did this?
Yeah, his persuasion check.
Go on, they went to.
Oh yeah, because his charisma's fucking insane.
I was gonna say, like, I'm willing to have a charisma battle with him because I can do it.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's rolling the charisma check?
So if it's yours versus hers, you win flat out.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. It's just a fun thing.
Okay. I was gonna say, just let's for I guess for this conversation between me and Austin, just ignore I guess,
Okay.
charisma check.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for
It's dialogue. We'll just make it dialogue.
No checks. Yeah. Unless you lie.
I
or
kneel
something.
down and whisper into his ear.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, you're doing dialogue, dude.
Even kneeling down, you're sort of still taller than him, so you sort of also have to bend your neck down to reach his ear.
I bet he likes that.
I whisper quietly my name. Quietly whisper Ulrich.
Porrick.
Oh, Porrick. Well, that is a very beautiful elven name. That's once in a lifetime. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Sparrow. I am a halfling, as you can see. What brings you to this part of town?
I saw you come down. I saw you down this alley, and I'm knocking on this door. Can you help with stuff?
Oh, if you're bringing that up, yes, you remember that the rest of the party is in this tavern.
Oh, yes, actually, madam, wait, no, Madam Porrick.
Jesus.
I could actually use your assistance right about now.
I'll just say this: you're not like infatuated with her. It's just like sort of childhood crush sort of thing.
Well, he's acting like it, so.
Yeah.
I could actually use your help. I'm trying to get into this bar, but the owner cannot seem to understand that I'm a halfling. So he just thinks some schoolyard hooligans are playing pranks on him. would you be able to lend me a hand?
I gently knock on the door.
Yeah, the fucking slider rips open. He's like, "What now?" Oh, thank God someone's actually fucking here. I've been spending half this fucking afternoon answering the door, and no one is here.
Wait a second, isn't this the mysterious dwarf? Yeah.
No, this is the Iron Banner.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's mysterious dwarf, wouldn't one of the senders recognize him? But if it's Iron Banner, yeah.
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 So he's just like, "Oh, what do you need?"
I want to come in for a drink.
All right, that's it. And you hear like this massive lock open up on the door. It opens up on the inside, and you can see this like beaten fucking like tavern owner. He looks like he's been through a few scuffles, but he's come out all right. He's like, "Oh, in you go, madam." And then like in the corner of his eye, he sees you, Sparrow, and he's like, "Oh, mate, well, how long have you been there?"
I just look at him in disdain and just roll my eyes.
It's just like, "Oh, do you want to come in, mate?"
Yes, please.
All right, in you go.
They need to have like a shorter door thing.
I recommend you have a shorter door.
Yeah, actually, I will say that. Next time, I recommend you have a shorter door.
Oh, so it's you. Why didn't you just yell?
Jesus Christ. Why didn't you just...
I don't know that myself. Thank you, though.
Oh, I'll think about it one getting in. It'll be awkward.
It would have been funny if they said that.
Anyway, in you come. And as you walk in, you notice that Sparrow, you see Auntia, like, she goes...
Isn't she still sleeping?
Oh, yeah, no, she would be in her room, yeah. So you see, like, all these, like, human guys and a few human girls just, like, in, like, these leather clothes with short swords, steel shields. Some of them have spears, and they're sort of just lounging around the place, and they're having, like, ales and stuff like that. Not super heavy alcohol, just sort of, just lots of weak alcohol, and they're just like drinking around, and it doesn't look like it's like a super rowdy, like, hey, it's like sort of, it's toned down, but you do feel that sense of like hominess of like everyone's here's just chilling out, like no one's getting on anyone's steeds. Until you notice that on a table over in the corner, you see a lot of these poker chips filled up, and there's this one flamboyant gnome with this top hat and fucking Zyno glasses.
He's still going.
And you see that these chips are just piling up around him, and he's like, "Oh, too bad, fellas. It looks like I win again." And you see him like piling along all these like chips and stuff into a bag, and it's like,
"Hey,
don't worry.
Try to win. Get some money."
It's a gnome.
I don't know.
Gnome guy. It's not a chick. It's a guy with this
Could
big
be a
bushy,
gay gnome.
Yeah, I mean,
with a bushy beard and this fucking. He doesn't have any hair on top, but he has fucking bushy hair coming out of his sides.
Oh.
And he's in this flamboyant clothing.
Millhouse Manostorm had a weird time in the 70s. Jesus.
Think basically that, except he's got like thick black curly bushy hair.
Damn.
And he's like just getting all these chips in a bag, and he's like, "Don't worry, pals. Remember, this is all just for fun. I'll bring the chips back again." Yeah.
Yes.
I think his neck just cut out for a second.
I take a short I take a few seconds to remind the woman to like remember to see if I can find Auntie's room. So I then go up to the bartender and ask where Auntie is, well, where a mute elf is staying. If that makes sense.
I do think he'd actually tell you, like.
He looks down at you curiously. Charisma's +3, yeah?
My charisma's +3.
He looks at you, and he's like, Persuasion check for you. He looks at you and is like, "You're not going to do anything wrong with her, are you?" I'm guessing your character would be like, "No. We're friends."
He had to think about it because, like, yeah,
I'm persuaded.
yes.
Yeah.
So I say yeah, but then, no, Declan, I do. No, Declan, and then I remember you slapped me. I was like, oh, no, not right now.
Oh, all right.
He gives you a curious glance and he smiles like, traveling companions, eh? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that she's doing something at the moment. I won't give you her room. She's staying here, but here's a room up near that area. Have one on the house, and he gives you an ale as well as gives you a key to a room.
I run up to who he's talking to and say I'm with him.
I thank the kind sir, and then I go over to. I was gonna say, I was thank the kind.
Whoa! Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what just happened was you roboted so hard that your words mixed around so much that you're saying stuff again and then different things.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who was this? Me?
No, that was Gray.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of us are fine.
So I got that you were like, thank you for helping me out and everything, and you're going.
I was gonna go find meet up with Porrick. Oh, I was gonna go to Porrick. Yeah.
Yeah. Porrick comes up and says, "I'm with him." Persuasion check. The guy's like, I don't think you are, mate.
I'm definitely with him.
I
Pull out
don't
your
think
tits.
Me and him go way back.
So, Porrick, this elven woman's. I'll give you an insight check with her. What's your wisdom at?
Who's?
Gray's.
My insight 0.
Yeah. Insight 0. You're getting the feeling that she's trying to get the free room. You're not sure for what reason. That childhood crush feeling starting to pump through your heart a bit.
I'm actually trying to get the free drink, but anyway.
Nice,
She's just trying to get free shit. She's a cheapskate.
Hey, I don't know.
She'll love me because I can get bars for free.
Yeah, if the bartender's a chick, this one isn't.
Yeah, so right now I can't.
Yeah, this one's just giving you the free room out of because in morning, everyone's like whatever.
So he's like, he goes to Porrick. I'll give him an insight. He's just like, I'll tell you what, mate. You can have a free room, and here's a drink on the house for you as well.
Oh shit!
So he hands you a key and then an ale. Porrick and Sparrow. When you're going up the stairs, you sort of turn back on the room a bit and try and soak in the hominess, and you realize in this leathers fully clothed, clothing every bit of flesh, this guy kicked up his fucking feet on the table, and next to him, steel shield, braced for battle, and a sword at his side. Not a short sword, a long battle-ready sword, as he's kicked up. And you remember that this is Roscar, the fighter that you helped out and defeat the fucking those guards.
Hey.
And he's we'll give him a perception check. Why not? Yeah, he glances up and says, little half. Oh, hold on, I gotta get the voice again. Little halfling, I see you made it here. You've been quite gone for a while. I hope you weren't stealthing in plain sight again.
Jesus.
As he's
dialogue?
Yeah, this is dialogue, and he's just clutching his head, and he's like, I won't forgive myself for that. And Porrick, you see this armor.
Oh, don't blame yourself.
Holy shit! His net.
Your net is crapping out right now. It does not want you to play D&D.
Wait, is this me or
It's just great. It's literally just great.
Yeah. But yeah, Porik, you see this armored guy fully like you can't see what race he is. You're pretty sure he's male because male voice, and it's this gravelly tone. And he's walking forward with a shield in his hand and a sword into like a scabbard at his side. And you can hear the jingles of chainmail under this like leather clothes over the top.
I lightly jump onto his back and then whisper into his ear, "Hey there."
I'm going to give you a deck save.
Gosh.
He's gonna
What's your
throw
dex
you into a wall.
Saving throws for Dex +3.
+3. He picks you up and throws you against the wall, like out of instinct. Like you say, "Hey there," and he throws you into like a table, and he's just like, don't do that." And he's like, is that one with you, Sparrow?"
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Try and keep her in check. I'm going upstairs. I'm going to sleep off these feelings away. And he's just like walking up. Porik, what are you doing after being slammed into a table?
Oh, by the way,
I'll try to get some money off that gnome.
So you're going to bounce off like this table and try and the gnome's probably gone by now. Honestly, he's like the door's opened and closed. But I'm gonna roll damage on that.
None.
You'll restore it when you go to sleep anyway.
I'll say because that wasn't like that was a thing. Actually, no. What we can do, being clever, we'll roll a dex save for how well you took the landing. You didn't take it very well.
Ah, shit.
Take 6 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah. Also, another thing for your hit dice: put 1 in total hit dice, and then underneath it put D8. So yeah. So you're like sort of badly hurt from that thrown, and the bartender goes to you and says, "Don't do that around here. You're gonna probably get similar reactions from everyone else."
I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
So casting Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it? It's a D8, is it?
Yeah, it's D8.
I gotta find which one's a D8. There it is, and it's D8 +3.
What do we see from this?
It's wisdom because your ability is wisdom.
Is it saving throws or just straight up?
Just straight up modifier.
+2.
+2. You gain 5 hit points back.
That's pretty good.
As you touch that, like, there's a bit of wood just sticking into your arm. You sort of like tear the bit of wood out and put your hand on it and cast Cure Wounds, and it like stitches up almost instantly. Unfortunately, the pain is still there, so you're sort of a bit limping. So, I'm guessing Sparrow, you're going up into your room?
Wait, what was Declan's character doing, Antia? Is she outside or is she in her room?
She's in her room.
You don't know that. Well, yeah, you do actually.
You know that she's in her room.
Wait, isn't she mute?
Yes.
yes. He likes to be mute, but I told him that he probably should fucking speak.
It's an interesting. It introduces an interesting mechanism to communicate, and I like
this is
it.
Why you should have like the highest.
And I agree, but like.
You've got stuff in deception.
She can talk. She just chooses not to.
I know her exact room. Yeah.
You've been told her room, but it's like sort of said you might not want to go in there. She's probably doing something.
I don't even know what I'm doing. That's interesting.
You said that you're meditating last session.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, don't fucking disturb me. I will kill you. You don't know that though, so.
Oh yeah, I don't know that. I was gonna say I don't know she's meditating, but I feel like I've seen her meditate before.
You do not have the key to a room.
Yeah, you'd have to knock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking. Well, I still have it from my wing, so I'll probably decide to hit that.
Okay. So you So, what are you doing? Are you going up to your room and chilling, or are you just like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna go up to my room. Yeah.
Fuck, this robot hates letting you explain things.
I know.
Do I only have 2 castings of level 1 a day?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So you used one. Just be aware of that. So what are you going to do? You're sort of limping now. The Roscoe, this fucking like big clothed muscular guy, sort of just going upstairs. Sparrow's sort of taking lead in front of him.
I'll try to hide behind the tavern counter and try and steal a free drink.
Oh my fucking god!
You already have a free drink.
I'm going
Okay,
to. I'm
fine.
gonna kill you.
I'll just head to my room.
You don't know that.
Don't tell him, and I need a piss, so I'll be right back.
So you're heading up into your room, just like having a drink while you're up there.
Yeah, just drinking. Door wide open.
You don't even know. Okay, so you all go into your rooms, and these aren't the nicest things. Especially you, Sparrow. This is nothing like the fucking the room you got at the Undying Unicorn. This isn't the lavish room that you once got. This is sort of like this plain, sort of basic needs room where it's just
Feels bad.
like there's a window for a view. The floor's nice and stuff, but it's not like accommodation for someone who wants to have fun. It's more like this is a room, I'm gonna sleep in it, and that's what it is made for. So there's just like single person bed in the corner of the room. There's like a wardrobe that's like you can hang your clothes in it and stuff. There's a window. That's about it. Notice that it's the walls are made out of like stone, it's like stone bricks, and the floors are like very wooden.
I'm back.
Okay.
And you see the same thing when you get into your room, Porik.
Wait, what?
Just sort of this, you see this sort of like basic needs room with like a single person bed in the corner, a wardrobe at one side of the room, a window at the other. The walls are made out of stone and the floors are wood.
Just a question. Would Mask of the Wild work in dusty areas? Because it's for nature, and dust is in nature.
I would see dust is skin, and skin isn't part of Mother Nature. So, no. You're not going to cheese dungeons, bitch. You go to your rooms, and you have a long rest.
Yay!
Yeah, have a spell expended.
Yay! You get full hit points back, and any spells that you use, refilled for another day.